Welcome back, rivals. This is Xonia, and you are in the zone. Today, we're going to be looking at our 4 newest cards to come to Clint City. This week, our 4 new blood cards are Seaporks, June, Regina, and Zukrang. Let's take a closer look at our newest cards. Up first is Seaporks, the common 2-star from Vortex. At 6'3", Seaporks has the same base stats as Butch and Seawing. 6 power is the worst base power for Vortex 2-stars, while 3 damage is the second best damage for their 2-stars. As for its ability, Seaporks is definitely a step up from Butch, despite being a common, with his Revenge +2 power and damage. Seaporks' ability obviously makes it stronger in later rounds, and a complete dud on round 1. While conditional, it's Revenge, which is the most manageable conditional. This does make Seaporks vulnerable to SOA, but he's a 2-star, so it's more than forgivable. His ability is a step up from Butch because it also increases his damage to 5, putting him on par or better off than even Karner Ved, potentially Sib Leah on round 1 or 2, or Ward HG played against a heavy hitter. Seaporks, however, is much less predictable, as he could be played on any round with Revenge. It also synergizes very well with his clan bonus, since losing can definitely lead to winning with Vortex. As such, Seaporks is easily one of the top 2-star cards in Vortex right now. Seawing, Siblia, Vector, and the new Ftan LD are all on par with him, so this likely means Seaporks will not be a sure staple, but he definitely will see some play. Because of his huge damage potential, he will definitely be a go-to 2-star for newer players to the game and the Vortex clan. We'll also probably see a lot of him in tourney. This card will probably maintain a decent price, but won't be worth a fortune since he's only a common. Seaporks is based off of TMNT's Bebop, and ultimately is a more offensive Boomstock, with a little less predictability. Definitely give him a shot in your Vortex deck. If you wanted my price guess, I'd guess his price will probably settle somewhere around 1,000 clints. Up next is June, the uncommon 3-star from Junks. Coming in at 5'5", this gives her unique stats in her clan. 5 base power is the worst it gets in Junks for a decent 3-star card, and 5 damage is the best for their decent 3-stars. As for her ability, -3 power min-4 makes June a very scary card. June is essentially a 3-star Dreen, and getting 2 extra damage is a pretty awesome trade for 1 more star. Until now, 5 damage on a 3-star card in Junks has meant horrible power. But June is essentially 8'5", the same as Onyx, who was a staple for a long time because he had a higher power, even with the conditional ability. The major difference is that she is not conditional, and her ability focuses on power instead of damage. So when teamed up with new 5-star cards like Locke, this will create some seriously scary combos. We're talking as scary as Sentinel-style combos here, guys. I mean, June is basically an uncommon version of Sentinel's Earl, with less base power and a slightly weaker ability, but no conditional and a lower min, as well as being available for use on all 4 rounds, the same. To not like this card is pretty much crazy. Finally, it goes without saying, but SOA or extremely low min power reducers will trash her pretty easily, though her bonus may still at least let her maintain a 0 pill advantage against them. June's basically at the top of the pack to me, being on par with the other 3-stars like D4 Funk, Romana, and Tremor. She's on par because of her extra damage, but her overall stability is obviously a little bit weaker. This is definitely a card that we will start seeing a lot of in tourney mode, as she opens up far more 2-hit KO possibilities for Junks. One of the biggest issues for her again is going to be clan competition. June, based on TMNT's April O'Neil, I see what you did there, you are, is a very powerful card. Her usefulness is on par with some of the best in her clan. The risk you run versus SOA will almost always be worth it in Junks as well, because most of the cards in Junks have a high base power, plus attack manipulation, which is a very difficult gap to overcome for Geist and Roots players, the decks that she'll fare worst against. Anyway, if I had to guess where her price will stabilize, I'd guess somewhere around 3 to 5k, but it could end up much, much higher. Next up is Regina, the rare 5-star from Jungo. At 8'6", Regina has the same stats as Adler and Ong. 8 power is basically the best, aside from Byron, and 6 damage puts her at basically the worst, again, aside from Byron. Her ability, Courage SOA, is a good, but somewhat difficult to use at times, ability. So perhaps, aside from Confidence SOA, which I believe only Kristen has, Courage is technically the worst conditional for SOA, because it makes it easy for stop cards to see you coming, and get their ability off. However, if there's no stop cards, then all is well, and you've got nothing to worry about. Regina's overall package is amazing, especially since 5-star SOA cards are few and far between outside of the SOA clans. In fact, only 9 exist, and only 3 others have 8 power, being PR Balthazar, Hawk, and Splata CR. Overall, Regina is a very solid card, and I don't have much else to say. Regina is perhaps slightly behind Askai and Ong, but definitely on par with Nahima, Trumpa, and Zornado. In ELO, she'll probably be your best bet, since everything else is banned. Jungo has always been very strong in their 5-star slot, and Regina is just another 5-star beast to add to the list. Regina holds all the weapons for the TMNT crew in her artwork, but she's a frog. Several TMNT females have appeared over the series, but none of them have been frogs. They've been newts or salamanders, so I guess saying that it's a sort of Battletoads reference may actually have some validity here. Anyway, if I had to guess the price, I'd say she'll hold around probably 25 to 30,000 clints. Finally, we have Zukrang, the rare 5-star from Geist. At 7-7, he has the same stats as Cassandra. 7 power is average for Geist 5-stars, and 7 damage is also about average for the base damage. Zukrang's ability of +1 attack per pill remaining also makes him a deadly offensive threat. Sorry, it seems that Kurlad does not actually have it showing his ability right now. Now, there's a reason SOA clans have issues. Usually it's low power and not a lot of attack manipulation. XU52 got banned because of how deadly he was, and now we have a slightly different version coming straight at us. This is bad news, rivals. This card is fairly balanced and of course very difficult to DR. It's also got decent power and high damage, and it's pretty much the exact 5-star Geist needed, and no one who hates SOA clans wanted. Obviously, Zukrang will be better early on when you have more pills, but doesn't have to be played early, so his versatility remains intact. This card is a more offensive Cassandra, which is great for Geist lovers, but a headache for the rest of us. He works perfectly with many of the other 5 damage cards in his clan, like Jengo, Dr. Ergo, and Leviathan, so expect a lot of 50-50 situations if you let that first card through. However, even though he is very much like XU52, XU52 has the ability to 2-hit KO with almost every card in his clan, having 8 damage and being able to KO with those 4 damage cards. However, Zukrang can only do 5, which means that Zukrang, even though he's almost the same, and I would almost argue a little bit better, because he does not have as many 2-hit KO opportunities, he's still not going to quite come out on top of a card like XU52. Zukrang is on par with all of the other amazing 5-star cards in Geist, like Wardum, Mechakolos, Koshiro, and Cassandra, in my opinion at least. However, I'd still personally say that they're all still well behind XU52 for his KO options, and Rolf for his power dominance, even though his price may seem to say otherwise on the market. Obviously, clan competition will hurt Krang the most, but Krang will definitely see play, particularly in ELO, since the other greats are banned. Zukrang is based on Krang from TMNT, and I have to admit, I was a bit surprised they chose Krang, because, see, I thought Jengo was already based off of Krang. But, well, why not make another? Anyway, if I had to guess where the price will remain, I'd say probably somewhere around 20 to 25k. Well, rivals, I hope this helps you get a good feel for this week's cards, and make sure to leave me a comment down below with how you feel about this week's release. Now, let's go open some packs and see if we can score and get a hold of some of these new cards, or even Emperor Sloan or Ymira. With both of these monsters being in the same Mega New Blood packs, these next 2 weeks are some of the best to buy packs, rivals. So we've got 160 credits, let's go ahead and get a couple of these Mega New Blood packs. Hope for the best. We're looking for Emperor Sloan, Ymira, and then any of the new cards. See how we do. Pack number 1. Oh, yes! Excellent! Oh, already hitting it on the first pack, and it's a double rare. I didn't even see that because it didn't show up. That's so great. I'm so glad we got Regina because we got Cowabunga and Witch Weapon today. Both of the rare missions unlocked. Alright, so let's take a look at this pack. We've got Regina. Obviously, just reviewed her. An excellent card. I'll be selling her off and then buying her back when she's cheaper. Fantastic 5-star that I think we're going to see a lot more use of. One of the best offensive ones I think Jungo has at the moment that is not banned and is pretty balanced, so I think she's going to stick around for quite a while. Then we've got Carmine. Again, really great DR card, trying to kind of be a more balanced Spiaggi, but we'll never actually be able to truly replace Spiaggi in total. We've got Flea, and then Locke. Again, Locke, an amazing 5-star card. Beautiful artwork. Exactly what we want to see getting more of, because I have a feeling that her price is definitely going to go up as time goes on, because she's a fantastic 5-star card. Then we've got Angora, Scholar. Scholar, again, not a bad card. Protects his bonus. One of the most balanced, I think, 4-star cards for rescue, since a lot of them are very shaky overall, but at 7-5 with protecting his bonus, aside from the cancel cards, which will still take it away, still a very, very good card for the rescue. Not the best, obviously there are better that could come out, but right now probably one of the best we're looking at, since the real greats like Alex CR are no longer available. So let's head back and get another pack. What a great way to start this out. Already excellent value on these packs. So let's go ahead and open up our next pack. Let's see if our luck can hold out even more. We've already hit one great one. Now I'm feeling really good. Maybe we'll hit something really great today. All right, Antoinette. Again, a really good card. I'm really happy. This is another really good pack, I think. So here we've got Gems, Carmine, we already talked about Walkie. Again, I want to get as many of her as possible. An amazing 4-star card. Not super stable, so we may see cards replace Walkie in the future. But a 9/7 that doesn't have to worry about attack manipulation, that's crazy. I mean, literally, the confidence is the only downside, but this is the exact kind of confidence that you want to have. So absolutely amazing. I feel like she's a balanced card, so we'll see her stick around for a long time. Walkie, amazing 4-star card. We got Raul, which is an amazing 4-star common to get a hold of, because he is one of those semi-evo cards, which makes him absolutely crazy at 2 stars. I believe even at 2 stars, he's got that kill shot +5 and 2 damage, I believe. I think he can still hit like 9 damage. I think he's basically like a 9/9 at 2 stars with Fury, which is crazy. So absolutely great to get another one of Raul. Antoinette, an amazing 2-star. I really wish that she would be unbanned. It would be so nice to get her back in there, but really sweet 2-star card that I really want to see more use of, because that defeat -2 pills, fantastic ability. Jasmine, again, really only struggles because she's that 8/5, not a whole lot of damage, just that 5 damage going on there. So, but with the Compy Op bonus and the Stop Op bonus, she's going to steal whatever your opponent is throwing at you, and so that is absolutely fantastic. Again, a great little card, and then Sparkle as well to end out this pack. Again, really good pack there. 2 more packs to go. Doing really well so far. Very pleased with how we've done. We hit one of our 4 target cards, so complaining at this point is definitely not worth it. We've done extremely well already. Let's not get too greedy. Okay, Dashiell. Okay, that's fine. So here's the first kind of dud pack, and that's all right. No problem there. You can't hit gold every single time, guys. All right, so here we've got Sparkle, Sybil, Mandy. Again, lots of competition in her clan, so that even though she can get up to, what is it, 9-3, 9-5? I think it's 9, it's not 9-5. Goodness, that would be way too much. I think it's 9-3. A lot of clan competition, but a very solid card, and with that 9 power, that just makes her very, very deadly. And then we've got Gems as well, Dashiell, which is a lot better than people give him credit for, I really have to say. I know there's a lot of clan competition, but, the whole shtick with rescue is the fact that you've got to pill over the opponent, and Dashiell being able to force you to pill even more absolutely amazing 5-star card if you just save him for later rounds, I think at least. So it's sad to see that his price has fallen a bit, but so be it. Then we got Jasmine again and Diane. So first kind of stinker pack, didn't get a whole lot out of it, but even then, that was still not a bad pack because according to the pack values, it looks like Dasho was worth over 10k, and so that's exactly what you're looking for in order to feel like you did really well on one of these packs. At least I'm looking for 10k in order to feel like I did pretty well. Obviously, if we want to have one of those 1,000 Clint's per credit returns, we need to hit something more like 40, but we already hit the one really big one. So if we hit something huge in this last pack, we're gonna come out with, oh, Balthazar, great, excellent. All right, so great way to end it again. Another PR Balthazar. I love collecting this guy. The other amazing rare. So it looks like today was the 8/6 SOA rare card day. So we got Fonzie, PR Balthazar, again, 8/6 SOA, fantastic card. Maybe not as good as some of the other ones in his clan because he's got some amazing other 5-stars to compete with, but a very solid, very scary card coming at you. Raul, again, we talked about El Jaguar. Again, a really good 5-star. A lot of people will look at him as only defensive, but I think he's far more than that. So don't count him out, and I really see him as being a card that will open up the Hurricane to T2 play, especially in Survivor. Hachi, again, an excellent 2-star, replacing kind of the Dolly CR, being, I guess, a little bit more stable, I guess you could say, but an amazing, amazing common 2-star card to put in your Geist deck. And then we've got Navi and Flea. I hope you guys enjoyed these packs for today. Again, if you liked this video, then make sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved this video, then make sure to share it with your friends. And as always, please don't forget to subscribe for more of my Urban Rivals videos. This is Xonia, and you've been in the zone.